Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. Today we're taking a look at a scenario called The Fairly Accurate Rage Virus by SparringBoy217, which is apparently based off of the movie 28 Weeks Later, which I think came out in like 2006 or 2007. It's been a very long time since I've seen it, so I can't say I remember all of the plot, but if I recall, it was a kind of like a zombie outbreak movie, but not really because no one was dead. It's more of a virus that made people go into a frothing, murderous rage. And it spread throughout the UK, and then it kind of had to start burning out, and then NATO comes in and reestablishes control of the UK, but there's following asymptomatic carriers and trying to find a cure, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's move on into it. So after the events of 28 weeks later, most, if not all, infected have either died from starvation or been killed by the NATO forces, while our two survivors, Tammy and Andy, escaped the now-destroyed United Kingdom. For unknown reasons, Andy, being the sole asymptomatic carrier of the virus, has infected a person in France. And the virus that should have been contained in one country is now spreading through Europe. Well done, Andy. Okay. Apparently this is going to look like the Necrovirus, which does make sense, but apparently more resembles Ebola, since it's based off a genetically modified Ebola virus from comics. I didn't even know this was a comic thing. Well, that's interesting, and if Pravus is playing this, praise Pravus. Hey, how you doing? All right, Metabolic Jump, Darwinist, Aquaside, Extremophile, and Symptostasis. And for funsies, let's play this one on Mega Brutal. I'm feeling frisky. This is gonna be the Rage Virus. It's all the rage, don't you know? Reports of riots in France. Small reports of riots happening in the street. I mean, yeah, it's France. What else do you expect? Public news are reluctant as to what is causing these riots, as they would cause small panic to other places. Just say it's a union strike or something like that that's gone amok, and people will believe it, okay? That's how you contain it. Anyway, the horror of 20 weeks later. Okay, you, as a genetically modified strain of Ebola gone wrong, spread the horrors of the infection that once terrorized and destroyed nearly all of Great Britain due to a lack of complete action of the military to contain this disease. So we should have what? Just shot everyone in the street that had the infection? I mean, actually, yes, in this particular case, if I recall, that's exactly what you should have done, but alrighty. So one person in France has gone absolutely rabid. Ooh la la. All right, what do we start off with? We have the Hominidae Bridge. Okay, so we can spread from, what, apes and stuff like that, primates and stuff. The zoonotic bridge is going to be a thing. Saliva and blood. All right, symptoms. We start with hemoptysis, subconjunctival hemorrhage, internal hemorrhaging, aggression, tremors, and headache. All of those do make sense, though it does mean I start with some extra severity and lethality, which might make it a little bit difficult to contain this in Mega Brutal. It kind of depends if I can actually have full, zombie control like a normal Necrovirus. If so, we're good. If not, it'll get a little bit harder. Polyphagia. Yeah, bite the non-infected and spread the infection. If I recall, it's not even just biting. I think there was one particular, there was a kiss of someone who was infected but wasn't symptomatic, and it made someone else infected, if I recall. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, carrier status 1. Of many people develop carrier status and thus unknowingly spread the virus. Well, I like that idea. Randomly infect a country. We've got some spore bursts, ladies and gentlemen. Environmental shift, corpse survivability, drug resistance, and heat resistance. This, I think, exists just because, the people aren't supposed to be dead exactly. So you make them last longer. I don't know, slow down their metabolism or something like that so they don't need to eat people quite as often. Not that they were eating people. Actually, were they eating people? I don't remember anymore. I don't know. Like I said, this movie came out when I was 16 or 17 years old. I really don't remember a lot. Anyway, let's go for some saliva. Why not? Yeah, don't kiss anybody with the disease. Oh, wait, it's France. They've got a special method of kissing down there, I hear. The saliva is going to be spreading everywhere. Gross. Anyways, do you want to go for some blood? Do you want to go for the zoonotic bridge and stuff? Mutation chance honestly might work against me. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some drug resistance right off the bat because obviously that'll help us spread a lot faster in the rich countries of Europe, and there are going to be plenty of those. I don't think I care about the heat resistance. No cold resistance is interesting, though. If there are more than one spore burst, it might be worth picking this up right now, just because, one, we'll get extra points with this much survivability. It pays for itself and then some, but also getting a foothold in other continents might help us a little bit. Okay, Finland isn't exactly what I had in mind. I was hoping for something like, let's say, Brazil or Africa or something, but all right. People who show asymptomatic status of the Rage virus have caused unintended outbreaks of infection in other countries. Contact tracing has been implemented for tracking down the carriers and probably executing them. I don't know. They're rampaging in the cities. Chaos skyrockets as police are trying to deter this new biological threat. Yeah, you guys should know immediately what's going on. You just watched the UK burn down for 28 plus weeks. Now this is starting to happen in France. Y'all should know exactly what's happening already. What's the problem here exactly? I don't know. Let's go for that zoonotic bridge. I do think we need some extra animals to work for us. Maybe some beards. Some beards could get me across the borders. I like this idea. Also doggos, and bats. All of those kind of make sense, sort of. I mean, bats, yes, definitely. Dogs, yeah, definitely. Saliva and stuff. Birds? I don't know. Who's French kissing the pigeon? I don't think anyone's doing that. The infection resurfaces. Witnessing these events and after seeing Great Britain under complete collapse, the World Health Organization and the CDC launch into complete alert based on the current outbreak of the newly dubbed Rage virus. Yeah, there's already 1 million infected and we're spreading into Russia now. What are you gonna do in order to stop me? All right? I mean, if this were like cure mode, I'd immediately start locking down entire continents. That's what I would do. Cross-species infection alarms the World Health Organization. Oh no! Everyone get rid of your French poodles! They're probably infected! Yeah, they can't be bothered to do that. Get bats. That's a lot of extra infectivity. I do like that. Oh, we just got into Brazil for free. That's beautiful. France is finally shutting down their airports. There goes Charles de Gaulle. Sorry, I keep saying Charles de Gaulle. I don't know why I did that. Once upon a time, I thought I heard someone pronounce Charles de Gaulle as Charles de Gaulle. And I, for some reason, thought that was the proper French pronunciation. And then I went to France, and they looked at me like I was an idiot. And like, fair enough, I was an idiot. No, the hero from World War II. Anyway, that airport that I've been to outside of Paris, that's shut down now. That's all I was trying to say, and then I went off on a little bit of a tangent, but that's fine. So now we have hypersalivation, which is really good when you think about it with the saliva transmission. And then we got hematemesis, okay, internal hemorrhaging, blah, 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 gastrointestinal tract. Not lethal. Don't know if I need this necessarily. Adrenal surge. Yeah, I think the mutation chance is going to end up doing this for me whether I like it or not. Let's go for the primates. And primates 2, distant relatives. See, I wouldn't think that the primates would be that important, but I guess now we got chimps. So it's kind of going to be like the simian flu all of a sudden. Good in certain places of the world. I wouldn't really care that much about the zoos, and actually I definitely don't care about the zoos now because the zoos just exterminated all their primates. All right, that's a little bit mean-spirited, but you know what? Fair enough. Desperate times, desperate measures, and all of that. We got the adrenal stuff whether I like it. I'm going to hold on to this carrier status just in case it ends up being very important for me at some point. Do I want to go for dogs? Yes, because that's good in urban regions, and that includes most of Europe, so that should help me spread a lot faster in those locations. We could then go for things like, let's say, Bat 2. That's a little bit of lethality. Very, very good in effectivity, though. That said, I think I'm going to go for the land-based transmission. We may want to go for a level of blood, maybe. Animal extermination running rampant. They're exterminating animals to stop the spread. Well, you know, I mean, here's the thing about animals, all right? There may be, like, a lot of us on the planet, like a lot of us, a few billion of us and all that, but there's even more animals, and if you're hoping to exterminate all of them, it ain't gonna work. I'm just saying that right now. Let's get some blood for the poor country transmission as we start getting into places like Africa and stuff, and South America. I'm gonna need a little bit more help in that direction. Also, more humidity. Since I don't have cold transmission, I feel like the extra humid transmission could be extra important for me. Might be wrong on that. They've already been working pretty aggressively on the cure, by the way, and it just occurs to me, I don't think I've seen any options to slow down the cure. Huh, all right. Do I want to be going for drug level 2? Probably, since we're getting into places like Canada, we're going to need that extra help. Environmental shift, extra abilities. See, now, okay, maybe I've been doing this all wrong, because I'm playing this like an actual virus right now, but this is the Necroa virus. If I can start directing zombie hordes, then that's actually way more important. So let's hop over to this. Aerosolization, okay, and humidification. That's not what I was hoping for. Extreme psychopathy, hemorrhagic shock, severe dehydration. I mean, all this is good and all, but where's my bite? All right, I want chompies. That's what I want. Go forth and bite people and spread. All right, well, let's go for aerosolization or whatever. Try to get some planes to work to our advantage. 50% cure already. Genetic hardening to slow things down actually might be a necessity right now, given how quickly they are curing me right now. Little concerned about that. We may need to start going for some killing, extra lethality and stuff, but we haven't done much in the poor countries. I'm kind of worried about that. Let's go for another level of blood, and then, I mean, I guess we could do corpse survivability, but I don't know what this does if there are no corpses. That's the thing. Where's the corpses? Huh? Anyone know? Liquefactive necrosis. Infected dies shortly after. Very lethal, sure. But if there are no zombies, what does that do? The UN hides away. With the human extinction merely moments away, the remains of the UN have stashed themselves away into Antarctica. There they can only watch as humanity falls from this nightmarish infection. First off, humanity is not nearly dead. Okay, I mean, a lot of people are infected, but not everyone is dead. All right, so there's that. Stop being overly dramatic. And then, ooh. I'm trying to think of anything that's going to slow down the cure here. I need a genetic reshuffle. But anyway, you're being overly dramatic, and also you're telling me that I'm not actually going to make all of humanity extinct. Well, that's just downright disappointing. The sadistic infected scares people. Sadistic infected scares people. Purports taking glee in some form of satisfaction when murdering, or other infecting non-infected, which breeds more fear and panic amongst the public. Yeah, but does it slow down the cure rate? Because that's what really matters. There's a temporal lobe manipulation. All right, what does that lead to? Ambush tactics? Reduce cure effort as lambs are ambushed. Yeah, there we go. See, that's the sort of thing that I'm looking for. Anything like that's gonna help. The government is now hiding in secret places. Gosh, everyone's just a coward, all right? That's what I'm learning here. Everyone is just a coward. Ambush tactics, mysticatory tension, and lumbrical hypertrophy. So this is good if you had zombies, but we ain't got no zombies. Infected display predatory nature. Despite most infected displaying erratic, uncontrollable fits of rage, some develop hunting tactics and stalk their victims. That's terrifying. Absolutely scary. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we are still on the verge of getting cured. Playing this on Mega Brutal might have been a mistake. You never know if this is actually balanced, okay? You never actually know. I'm gonna get a level of heat resistance, and then I think we have to save up for genetic reshuffle. I'm getting the heat resistance because if I go for genetic reshuffle and I don't have that, I think we just straight out lose regardless. So I'm trying for it. I need 32 points, huh? We're really close. Got it. Go. Okay. And now we're starting to see some spreads in Africa. There we go, there we go, there we go. Survivors are losing all hope. Yes! Abandon hope, ye who enter here. Oh, look, another genetic reshuffle. Thank God. All right, so the question then becomes, are we going to be able to spread fast enough in places in Africa, or are we going to be in trouble? What is missing, by the way? Madagascar, Australia, and stuff never got infected. You know what? Good for you guys. Let's try to go for some carrier statuses. Madagascar, okay, that's good. Okay, good. That's all set. And then next... And is that was not enough. All right, we lose because New Guinea survived. Oh, gosh dang it. All right, restart. This time around, I'm going to prioritize grabbing the abilities and some genetic hardening a little bit sooner since I know that is going to be aggressive. Also, at least a little bit of heat resistance. Just because that is kind of screwed me over earlier. If we had picked that up a lot sooner, we probably would have been able to spread in Africa and made it in time. And if I had waited to pick up the last spore bursts until we had infected more of Africa, we still probably would have made it overall. But I did not, so oh well. Okay, this time at least we made it into every country in the world. Problem, of course, being that we've used up all of our genetic reshuffles, and there's not a lot left. We could go for some extra infectivity. I guess we'll pick that one up. And then, does this do me any good? Drug resistance? I mean, in wealthy countries, that's not the issue right now. It's a question of can we still infect faster than we kill? That's my real problem without any corpse transmission. This might be that. The virus remains in corpses. I could see that being what this is. All right, let's go for some corpse transmission and pray that that actually works as intended. If that is corpse transmission, we are actually going to be fine. If it's not, we're in trouble. Are we hitting critical mass in the last countries? I'm pretty sure we are. No healthy people left in the world. Oh, thank you. All right. Able to pull that one off. Yeah. I was a little bit concerned, I'm not going to lie. I had a bad feeling that we were still going to end up losing this one, but we were able to turn it around. Just had to, skirt the cure really aggressively. You know what? It makes sense. If it's a scenario that's based off of a disease that's been seen and people are already working on a cure and stuff like that, they should be super hypersensitive to seeing it appear somewhere else in the world. There should be an overreaction. People should start working aggressively on the cure. So if we had gotten to this point and they barely started on this, I'd say the world leaders are gosh dang idiots. You watched Britain destroy itself and you did absolutely nothing. You didn't learn your lesson, you all deserve to die. This time they actually gave it a good old college try. It just wasn't enough. Because I am apparently the god of plagues. Anyway, 604 days, 88% cure progress, only 34,386 points and 1 star, mainly because it took too long and there was a lot of cure progress, but overall, for a custom scenario, you never know what's a good score or not. I feel like that was pretty darn good. That was a good scenario overall. Yeah, not exactly an coronavirus, looks that way, but definitely did not play as one. Definitely played more like an actual standard virus, like Ebola and stuff like that. Some extra severity, some extra lethality early on, definitely leading to a challenge, but a faster pace scenario because you generate more DNA and therefore, you get to do a lot of stuff a lot faster. So overall, good pacing. Good challenge, solid, and actually balanced for Mega Brutal. Who would have guessed? Absolutely a thumbs up from me. Thank y'all for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.